Without the technology to build a society supported by self-sufficient robots, Charlene hypothesized that a reasonably modest percentage of a population could comprise a workforce that could provide all of the products and services needed to support a modern middle-class standard of living for each individual. Only a portion of the population at any given time would need to participate in the workforce. She demonstrated her idea using a small hypothetical village. She uses the universal necessities of water, food, clothing, and shelter and assumes a population of 100 villagers, purposely leaving out the variables of age and gender. Quote, if 10 villagers work to transport water to the village, 20 villagers farm the land, 10 villagers hunt, 10 villagers make and mend clothing, 10 villagers build and repair shelters, and 10 villagers cook, then 30 villagers will be without work. The villagers who are working will each benefit directly from what they are doing that day. If a villager is carrying water, he will be drinking some of it. If he is farming, he will be eating some of the harvest. He will also directly benefit from what all the other villagers are doing that day. So he is working for himself, and concurrently, he is doing enough to benefit the other villagers. Now let's say that he finds himself stuck doing a task that he doesn't like at all. We'll say for him, it is transporting the water. To avoid any individual getting stuck doing one task, the village decides to rotate the different jobs every day. So, you transport water today, but tomorrow you get to hunt, and the next day you make and mend clothes, etc. Now, you still may hate to transport water, but you only have to do it once every 6 days. You carry it one day, and then you get 6 days of having it carried for you. Now suppose out of the 30 villagers who are not working that day, 10 of them rotate into the workforce the next day, and 10 of the ones in the workforce rotate out. Each day, each villager would spend his day doing one of the 6 different jobs. Since there are 20 villagers farming per day, then each villager would spend 2 days farming, since only 10 would be rotated in and out. So a villager would work for 7 days and then get 3 days off. This calculates out to be about 70% of his days he would be working each year, and he'd have 30% of his days off. Incidentally, if you compare it to a 5-day work week in a monetary system, it works out to be about the same. Now let's say someone in the tribe invents a way to divert water from the stream so that it's easier and quicker to retrieve. This means the same 10 villagers who were getting the water can now get it in half the time. So when someone is on water duty, they only have to work a half a day. Now everyone gets 3.5 days off. Villagers need only work 65% of the year with 35% free time. Everyone benefits from the idea, including the one who came up with it. He will be a hero, earning the respect of his peers and the population as a whole. His idea will go down in tribe history with himself as its creator. In this society, no additional compensation is needed. Not to share ideas becomes a disadvantage for everyone. Every time improvements are made in procedures, techniques, tools, and technology, time is saved, greater efficiency results, and the quality of life is enhanced. The whole tribe benefits. Now let's say our tribe needs to build a bridge over a creek. The whole tribe would be involved and encouraged to devise a plan, and the plan would evolve out of the proposed ideas from its members. There will be those who have a keen interest in such an endeavor, finding it an exciting project and therefore eagerly wishing to participate. Among them will be those who possess a natural aptitude for such things and would naturally tend to contribute more than others. Some may choose to be involved even on their days off. There will be others who will not be interested at all and prefer to do other tasks. Now, because of the flexibility of the workforce in this tribe, it can easily be reconfigured to accommodate this new project. Those with an interest can be involved. Those who choose not to be involved wouldn't be. Everyone chooses for themselves. The workforce is flexible because there is no specialization with regard to the essential daily tasks of the tribe. Everyone has had regular experience in performing these tasks. If someone is ill or injured, that person can easily be replaced. Certain individuals will undoubtedly possess more skill in certain areas and therefore be sought out in given situations, but all tribe members participate equally on a basic level in all functions. The workforce has depth, diversity, and flexibility. This gives everyone a knowledge and appreciation of why and how the quality of life is the way it is. As know-how and technology expands, more will be accomplished by fewer man-hours. Instead of worrying that people are out of work and jobs scarce, everyone will rejoice that the workforce hours can be reduced, giving people more free time without any standard of living loss. With their free time, people will do what they enjoy. Some may continue working at one of the tasks, like hunting, cooking, or making clothes, because they enjoy it. Others will develop non-essential pastimes that fulfill them as a person, such as art, storytelling, music, games, and sports. Others may dabble in science, mathematics, medicine, tool building, astronomy, studying wildlife, or other things that may prove beneficial to the entire tribe in some practical way. All of these endeavors will enrich the society as a whole. Through knowledge, reason, and technological advancements, the structure of any society should continue to improve and enhance the human condition. It should become easier to live more meaningful and fulfilling lives. The work and effort needed to sustain a comfortable living for everyone should be diminishing. However, this clearly is not the case. Although technology has given us more toys and gadgets, huge advancements in the sciences, manufacturing, and production of goods and services, human beings are still going hungry, crime is rampant, people are still slaving away at jobs for most of their lives, struggling to provide for their families, suicides have not declined, and the pressures of daily life haven't diminished. The underlying antagonist here is money. It's what keeps the better part of humanity perpetually stuck in a meaningless rat race. Isn't it about time for a change? Isn't it time to move on? End quote. Charlene published her ideas in a short book entitled Cooperatism, which was popular for a brief span and became a hot topic of conversation around the country. It was met with swift and mostly unkind criticism from the conservative right, the moderate center, and even the liberal left. She was shocked that she was being categorized by many as socialist and communist. She was ridiculed and chastised by many for trying to undermine the principles of capitalism and democracy, as if she were committing some sort of treason. She says, quote, "I was simply trying to figure out a way to make life better for everyone and stop all the rampant greed and corruption that seems to erode our way of life and our freedoms, locking us into our pettiness, forcing us to keep running on that hamster wheel, and keeping us from living peaceful, satisfying, and fulfilling lives. It seems to me," she said, "and I still feel, that the money system is the ultimate root cause for so much of the pain and suffering in the world. All you have to do is look around you, and it should be obvious the many ways it negatively affects and impacts so many aspects of our lives. Okay, maybe cooperatism isn't the answer, but I still firmly believe that neither is the money system. Surely humanity can collectively envision and implement a system far more supportive of human life, a system far more enriching. For good or bad, I have made my case. I have shared it with the world. You can compare it to all the other ideologies you want: socialism, communism, despotism, liberalism, fanaticism, totalitarianism, etc. But the fact remains that our current system doesn't seem to be making us as a nation, as human beings, any happier or any more fulfilled. You must be blind if you cannot see this. Surely there must be a better way. End quote. Journalists, politicians, political analysts, and comedians were merciless, using every opportunity to reference cooperatism as material for political humor. Eventually, the novelty wore off, and people became focused on other things. Cooperatism did have some ardent supporters, but the general population took it less seriously, dismissing it as naive and impractical. Charlene attained a degree of notoriety which she used to spark a career as a fictional writer. She never took the idea of cooperatism any farther.